Racing Garage, and the next part of the driveway project is happening today. And today, the next part of the project is sitting right here behind me for the driveway. We're getting into this today, so let's go. Let's go. Guys, out here in the Supercar Street Racing Garage, and right in front of me we got the next piece of the puzzle for the driveway project. It's sitting right here in this box. These are quick connectors, and these are the well lights that are going so freshly into the driveway. Now I have the lights off on purpose in here. I'm gonna show you what one of these looks like with only 9 volts because I don't have a 12-volt battery handy. All right here in front of me, we do have the well light. I have a 9-volt battery. Let's go ahead and touch this to the 9-volt battery and see what happens. And that is with only 9 volts. It is pretty bright. It's gonna be getting 12 volts, and you can see right here and right now, it's gonna look so cool. It sits up just like that in the driveway. It's gonna look awesome. Okay, we do have the garage door open now, and you can see I did some work in here yesterday, but still got this dirty when I pulled the golf cart back in. But I did clean the entire garage yesterday and vacuum out all the dust, and it was all created from when they cut these stones. I'm gonna go ahead and put a towel down so that I can clean my feet off before I come in the garage. But I'm gonna lay out these lights, but first I need a fleece. It is chilly out here. I went ahead and put a fleece on, and as you can see here, we have 24 lights to distribute. Let's get those out here. There's already one here where I was showing Joe, and there goes plastic from one. And that's a good look at the driveway this morning. So early in the morning. I actually need something to put these plastic things in. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a bag for that. All right, I do have my measuring tape out. I do have all the lights. So let's start up here at the front of the driveway and just kind of lay out what we're going to be doing here. And of course, I think one will look really good. Up here, I don't see a wire run. I don't see wire. I guess his plan was to run it down the side of the driveway here, which is fine. There. So I'm just kind of adjusting them to not have as many, but we are definitely short because there's supposed to be a couple here. Yeah, I got to order some lights real quick because I do want 4 over here. Just like that. Okay, it's kind of a rough placement, but I need to grab a couple more lights. Do see a wire stubbed up over there. How many lights do we have left? We only have 3 left. Man, yep, I don't have enough. I have to order some. I guess I'll get him to cut the hole and I'll order some more lights real quick. All right, we're out here and these guys just left from installing the crazy, this is like next level stuff that it takes a little bit of extra effort, but when you're doing it, you just get it done. And they put the driveway lights in and it looks insane, crazy good. And so we have like lights all the way. Only one problem, I ran out, so we have spots here and here for lights. but where are the wires? I don't know. And so once they pulled everything up, they also put drains in here that go to the yard. So basically when the drains come down, if they drain on your pavers, it will wear out the pavers. So they put a drain in that goes from here, and then there's like a little round thing in the yard right here that drains out. And then the same thing on this side, they drain, goes under there, dug under, and there should be a exit point somewhere out here, right there actually. There's a little green drainage thing, and so the water just spills out into the yard. And then over here, we have like the little pad for the gate. That just is this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. This is my dream driveway. It's crazy. So basically what they do, they sand it and then they leave it, and then they leave the sand on there, so if any sand settles, you can just take a broom and sweep it into the cracks, or you just take your blower. But like, one thing I don't like is how this light is oriented one way and this one is oriented another way. See how like the slats?
Yeah.
That's
gonna drive you crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, you should be able to turn it, like if you put something in there. But yeah, this came out awesome. Oh my God, it looks so good. I think we exceeded the value of the neighborhood. What do you think?
You absolutely have priced yourself out of your neighborhood.
All right, so I just wanted to update you guys on the progress of this. Now this has to come out, and I'm either getting new grass or sod in the middle there, one or the other. Why are you trying to avoid the camera? We are out here again, and we're so glad to have you back inside the Supercar Street Racing compound. And someone came and delivered 90% of the stuff that we were supposed to be delivered. So we can't fault them for trying, right? Right here in front of me, and ever so in front of me, is our order from IKEA. And you can see right here and right now, we have a couple of chairs right here. We have some cushions. We have a box full of other stuff, but what is missing is the love seat. The shipping company failed to deliver our love seat for our IKEA order. So now all we have is cushions, cushion covers, and 2 chairs to build. So today on Supercar Street Racing, we're gonna break into this and get these 2 chairs built. Hopefully, I think we can do it. First thing on the agenda today on Supercar Street Racing, get the 2 Bond Holman chairs unboxed, and we're gonna go ahead and get these guys assembled, and then most likely put them outside on the new place where they are going. Outside of the Supercar Street Racing Humble compound now, outside of the Supercar Street Racing abode, and out here where we added the new section of pavers. This is where we're going to be doing the furniture that we ordered from IKEA. So my plan is to put the love seat here, chair on each side here, and then right here we will have the coffee table. And so the first thing we need to do is get these chairs built so that we can then figure out our placement. And down here at the bottom, we do need to repaint the bottom part because it was covered by mulch, and it is pink because the house was originally pink when I got it. So we have changed the color to gray. And you can see the leftover jasmine on the wall here. So this wall does need to be repainted gray again. And we also need to remove these screws or cut them off, fill the holes, repaint the wall, done deal. I also want to get some plants out here with the new furniture, but you can definitely tell where the old house was pink down there. We need to get that taken care of. We are back out here on the new patio area, the new little seating area where we do need to paint underneath there, but I do have to find the paint, and we do need to repaint this part here, but I may be painting the whole house, so I'm kind of waiting on that. But first things first, we do have this outdoor rug from Amazon to go ahead and put out here. Let's get this thing unwrapped and see what's up. All right, these guys are out here grading the front yard for sod. We got the furniture all finished as well. So they are just flattening all this out for me to install sod on it later today. All right, we are out here in the rain to show you guys the final product here of the lighting on the driveway. Now these are the well lights from Amazon.com. They will be in the description of the video. They are drilled through pavers, and you can see right here how good this came out. We have the lights on each side of the driveway. We have 24 lights plus 2, so 26 lights in the house, and you can see that we took them all the way up to the fence. And then over here on this side of the yard where we made our little pad, we have 4 lights on the corner of that area too. I did spend time today getting this garden all ready to go, and tomorrow we are supposed to be getting sod. Got the rug installed as well, and that is it from outside because it is raining, guys. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and hope you see you again very, very soon. Liner.
Papa is cat TV. Kiss Papa.
What's happening, guys? Got my BC Rich Warlock right here. Never been played, at least not by me. Bought it and put it on the wall. Just wanted to show you guys this cool guitar. But today we're gonna take a look at leather seat treatment and what is the best method for treating these. And there's a secret unknown ingredient I'm gonna show you that you can buy online or in your local grocery store or drugstore, and you can treat your leather seats with it. It's one I found at a flea market that I refurbished. I have a few of them on the walls. So today I'm going to show you leather interior conditioning and cleaning, and you probably don't know about this method. It's a method that I saw online and I've been trying it. So I'm going to show you how to do it, the products to use, and the methods, and that's coming up. All right, everybody, we got some of the most common interior leather products here. I want to take a look at all these, let you see them. So the first thing we have here is from Griot's Garage, and it is called Leather 3-in-1. It says it's safe for all leathers, produces soft and supple finish, and durable UV protection. Now, it's interesting because every time I go to Advanced Auto Parts, I find a different product by Griot's, and so I never get the same product twice, and I don't understand why that is and why they have so many different products for leather. This is called Leather 3-in-1. It's in a bottle that's not clear. Next we have here Leather Care, and that is also from Griot's, and it says cleans and preserves leather. Gently cleans all leather, extends life, and dries clear. And then the next thing we have here is Griot's Leather Care Spray. Cleans and preserves leather. Don't ask me why they have so many products that all do pretty much the same thing. So I buy whatever they have. It is not cheap. And I'm just going to tell you right now, you're going to pay for quality products for your leather interior. Okay? So that is the first three. Now, here's one you probably don't know about. This is Nourishing Coconut Milk Shampoo by this company called OGX. See if I can get the camera to focus there. So you can buy this on Amazon or you can buy it in your local supermarket. And this is Nourishing Coconut Milk Shampoo. Very interesting. I saw this online by one guy and I decided to give it a shot, and sure enough, it's good stuff. I actually put it, now on the SL65, the whole entire leather interior the whole entire interior is made of leather. All the surfaces are covered with leather, and it's actually designer. It's like an upgrade from the SL55. I forgot what the name of it is. I think it's called exclusive leather. So I use this product on the entire interior of the car, and then sometimes I use these three on the next round of detailing. So I'll use this 1 week, and then I'll go back to one of these three. Now online, it does say that you should use this first and then follow up with one of these three, but I don't do that. I think that's a little bit of overkill, and I'll show you why when we get the coconut milk on there. Supposedly this is such a good thing because not only does it condition the seats, but it also cleans them as you are putting it on. I'm going to show you how to apply these products, specifically this coconut milk one, right now. Alright, we got the coconut milk nourishing shampoo here from OGX. Got a clean chamois cloth here. This is all I ever use for the interior of the car, so we're going to go ahead and start using this. What I like to do is just put some on the seat right there, like that. Pretty simple process, obviously. Take this chamois and rub it in really good. Make sure you get all of the seat. And as you notice here, it is going to go in the holes because these seats are heated and ventilated, but it will dry eventually. So don't worry about it if it gets in the holes of the seat, but if you're super worried about it, you can just like press in harder and they will all. Now if you notice, what that leaves on the seat is like a nice conditioned surface. You can definitely tell that this stuff does a great job on the leather, on cleaning it and conditioning it. It doesn't take very much, and once you put some on there, you can just grab it and, you know, move it around here. So I like to be pretty generous on the application, and don't forget the sides of the seats here, even though they're not really in sight, and the fronts. The obvious is to get all the bolsters, but don't forget all the sides. Pretty much anywhere you have leather in the car, you want to go ahead and apply this stuff. So you can also just, if you want to, apply it directly to the rag like that. And then, you know, just directly onto it if you don't want to pour it out first. And I know the lighting's not very good in here, but as you can see, it leaves the leather really in good shape after it's done. And even when it dries, you're going to notice that the leather is, you know, nice and soft and conditioned. It is a different type of the way it feels compared to the other products over there. The spray, I find, I don't really like it as much as the pastes. I just feel like it leaves a kind of a watery finish that I don't feel is as high quality as the pastes are. So even though that stuff is the same exact price, I do like the pastes better, so I tend to buy those. I just wanted to try it since they did have it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of this seat, and then I'll be back with the finished product. Got this whole entire seat conditioned now, looks great. I try to do these seats, actually the whole interior of the car, once a week, regardless if I drive it or not. Notice here, all the door panels and everything on this car are laid with leather, and the dash. The lights did go out. Let me get those lights back on. So yeah, the whole entire interior of this car is overlaid with what's called exclusive leather, which is definitely an upgrade over the 55 and 600 versions. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side now and give you an update when that's finished. Alright, got the other side done. It's kind of what it looks like there. Sorry, the lighting's not that great in here. Yeah, both sides are done now. And then next time I do this, I will do the entire interior. I just actually detailed the car a couple of days ago, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of tutorial on how to do this in case you wanted to do it this weekend. Get yourself some of the OGX coconut milk shampoo, and then leave me some comments and tell me how it turned out. Give me a thumbs up and a subscription if you don't mind, and we'll see you guys soon. Got my hair cut off for the channel. Let's do this. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Supercar Street Racing is the channel name, at least for now. We are contemplating a name change, but at this point, you are watching Supercar Street Racing, another unboxing, and we have the DWIN Wills low voltage transformer, the SKU number HOSL04C2, and what we have here is a 200 watt power supply for landscape lighting or anything else that you might need that needs to use 12 volts on the output side. Now this guy does have an app, although it's rudimentary and looks like it was designed by a 2-year-old and has not improved very much. It does have an app that works with Android and also Apple, as you can see here, and you can scan to get this app. You can scan this code, this whatever it is, QR code. And let's take a look at what's inside the box here, freshly opened. We have a owner's manual here, and inside of this owner's manual it explains to you how to get the app up and going, and it explains the setup. We've already gone through this on another device, but we likely will do it today again. And this is just basically how it works to do the timer, the setup, and get the app going. So we'll put a link in the description to this smart Wi-Fi landscape timer, but let's break this guy open and see what we have in the box. So it's packaged very nicely, very secure. Got the styrofoam packing in it. Make sure you don't break your glass table like I almost did here. And then inside here we have our landscape timer. Let's get this guy unboxed. Comes with some drywall inserts or whatever you're going to be screwing it to, and 2 screws. Ours is going up against a tree, out of sight, facing the pond so nobody else can see it. And my only worry right now is right here right now is that this cord is not long enough for my use, in which case I do have an extension cord I think that I can use for this, and I will tape up the plug, make sure it's watertight, and run that underneath the mulch. Probably not long enough is what I can see right now, because this is going up against a tree. Yep, that's not going to be long enough, so I might have an extension cord in there that works, or I could just modify this to work. I could cut the cord and put my own plug in. You can see here is the Wi-Fi antenna. I have 3 of these already, and so far my only complaint is that every once in a while they will lose Wi-Fi connection, and I will have to unplug and replug them, and then they reconnect. If you look on the bottom here, we've got 2 places to put a wire to run to our low voltage lighting, and we have a little clamp here which is kind of big. I don't know if it's actually, it can't be, it might be for this wire. I didn't use it for that last time, but it's probably for all the wires. If you unscrew this, you can place your power wire like this as well, and everything can go straight down nice and clean. On the front here, we see our power indicator, our power light, meaning that not that the actual device is powered on, but that the lights that it is powering are switched on. And you have your Wi-Fi indicator, and when this guy turns on, this thing will actually blink very fast before it connects to the Wi-Fi signal. It's got a warning on the side, which hopefully I can get off because it's super ugly. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and take. So it wants to be at least 1 feet above the ground. That is my plan. And the satisfying removal of this ugly sticker, because this will be out in the yard. And honestly, if we wanted to, we could take a little time and paint this guy brown to match the landscape, and maybe just leave this part maxed up. Would probably look better since it's going to be on a tree. I'm thinking about doing that real quick. However, I don't want to spray this Wi-Fi antenna and affect the range, so it might look weird with everything else painted brown. But as you can see here, we have our DWinWills low voltage landscape timer, and in all reality, we probably can just set it up inside the house and then get the Wi-Fi all set up and then bring it outside. And I think that's what we're going to attempt to do now. Okay, we are back with the DWinWills 200 watt landscape lighting transformer, and they have changed everything about the way these devices work now, because they used to use EcoPlugs as their app. Now they are using their own app, and also it appears that these guys have Bluetooth capability as well for the setup, and I just realized all this after trying to use EcoPlugs with it. So what we are doing now is we have the new app here, DWinWills, as you can see here, and we will start over on the instructions, and you guys will not see me fumbling around for an hour trying to get this working and not being successful. So let's open this DWinWills app and follow the new instructions, because like I said, it was not apparent that they had changed, and I should have read the instructions. So we got the DWinWills app opening here, and now I have already signed up for an account with DWinWills, and most likely we will have to enable the skill as well to get this working. So it says to, let's see. Okay, so download the app. We did that already. We signed up. And now it says turn on Bluetooth on the smartphone. It is. Click the plus. It's okay, let's see. All right, it says to click the plus here. We got the Wi-Fi low voltage transformer. All right. It says power off the device, and after 10 seconds, power it on again. So here we go. We got the power plug pulled here on the DWinWills. We're waiting 10 seconds here. And then it's going to want us to hold the reset button down for 5 seconds. Now I have a pen, but to protect the button from getting ink on it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Solid light. It is blinking rapidly. We're going to the next step. Hold the reset button again until it's blinking slowly. It says 5 seconds. Now it's blinking slowly. Yep. You can see you have to press confirm here. Next. And it says to enter a password for my 2.5 gigahertz network, which we will likely have to blur that out. It says allow location access to search for nearby Wi-Fi. So let's see what it is already on, so we can go back. Or it says to enter your Wi-Fi name or allow location access. Settings, let's see. App level permissions. We already have this on, so I don't know why it's asking for me to enable it again. Let's see, Dwayne Wills. On, okay. I was able to turn it on in the location settings. Let's see if that worked. Start over. Go through all this. Okay, so we need our 2.4 gigahertz network connection. So we're going to go here and switch to that. And the one that we are going to use is closer to where it's going to be outside. So we're going to use this one. All right, let's go back to the app and see if we have to do that again now. Okay, that's good. I have to put the password in now. I will have to blur this out. Okay, password is in. Connect your mobile phone to the device's hotspot. So we're looking for the Smart Life hotspot. Let's see. I'm actually following the instructions here, so I'm going through these. Okay, we're at that point. All right, so yeah, it doesn't talk about this part in the instructions, but we're supposed to connect to the Smart Life, I guess the Smart Life hotspot here. Let's see if this is it. It says Smart Life 8E-D1 is the only Smart Life I see. So let's try that one. It says it's adding device. This is all new for me, so I'm doing this with you guys. Now I'm guessing I have to keep the old devices on the Eco plugs. So yet another app that I have to manage in my arsenal of apps for everything. And it says adding, let's see if that is the case. The light did go off here. And I don't have the skill enabled yet. And yeah, you have to download the skill. So it still says it's adding. Let's see if this is actually going to work. The skill part is a little janky on the instructions. Still says it's adding. That's interesting. It's taking a really long time. We might have to try it again. It says it's got 30 seconds left on adding. If this doesn't work, I might have to try it on the phone. Instead of the tablet. Got 10 seconds left. It doesn't look like it was successful. Let's see. Check your demerit points. Okay, guys, so that did not work. I am going to go through the process again using my phone, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I went through the whole procedure again on the Dwinwills app on the phone, and basically here is how you do it. You will go through the instructions on the actual app to add the device. It will flash rapidly when you hold down reset, then it will flash slowly. Once that is able to be flashing slowly, then you connect to the hotspot on this device, which says Smart Life. After you do that, you put in your Wi-Fi password name and make sure you're on a 2.4 gigahertz network. And then here you can see we have added it. Now, it does not really explain adding the skill, but there is a skill in Alexa called Dwinwills. And the actual instructions here make no sense. It says, let's see, work with Alexa. Option 1, app to app. OEM app redirects to Alexa to bind. Discover the corresponding app, OEM Alexa skills directly in your OEM app and easily complete the skill. So it says find me on the home page. So here we go to me. It says tap Alexa. And then it says sign in with Amazon. So I guess that's how you do it. I'm going to go ahead and attempt that now since I can't put that on camera due to passwords. Okay, it looks like we are just have to hit link here. Let's see if we do have to put in a username and password. Okay, already linked with Alexa. Okay, so I just got a notification from Alexa on my phone that this is already linked. So now we should be able to control the devices from Alexa and from, yeah, I woke up everything in the world. But here's a good look at the actual device. And I don't know if we have to upgrade the firmware or not on it. We can try that. Let's see if it actually loads here. Okay, it did load. Doesn't really have any, let's see, device update, automatic updates. I turned on automatic updates in the device. Doesn't look like there are any. Now the rest of this configuration, see, here's the name of the actual device. We can probably take a picture of it. Let's see, device information there with the MAC address and everything, and the icon. Yeah, you can take a photo, so I'll do that once I get everything outside and ready to get hooked up. So yeah, that is the first initial setup of the Dwinwills low voltage landscape timer. Totally different from the other ones in that it doesn't use the EcoPlug app, it uses its own app now. So now we're going to take this outside and actually install it. All right, guys, we're out here in the garage now, and what we're going to do is prep this timer for installation outside by getting the wiring ready. And here is our low voltage landscape wiring. It's pretty heavy gauge. It's designed for outdoor use. Nothing will last in the Florida outdoor. However, this stuff might. Now, what we are going to be doing out here is we are going to be putting these spade connectors on the end. Okay, after further review, my plan will no longer work because the tree is not flat and also it's not going to look that great. So have a different plan that moves the whole thing kind of away from the tree now. So what I'm doing is right here, right now, I am building a base to lay on the ground. It will lay up against the fence, overhang to the dock, and also serve as a block for anyone getting around the dock on that corner because I don't want the kids doing that anymore. All right, we were successfully able to get all the nails out of our board. And so what we do now is remeasure 7.5 from the edge, about right there. And that should be the point where we can start driving down our screws here. All right, ready to put a coat on this guy. All right, we're out here with our friendly neighborhood alligators. There's one right there. Right there. And what we are going to do right here, right now, is run this brand new power cable from this power outlet here over to where we will be mounting our fantastic new device. And I have a longer cable here for that. But first, I'm going to try to secure this. Is it raining? It's raining. Project over. So back where we were here, I need to secure this dock, this bulkhead first. So I brought a lag screw to do that. This side over here is loose. I got the timer here, and we are going to mount the mounting screws onto our new mount. And so we measure across from here to here, and that is right in the center, 3 3/4. So we will have to come over here into our board and get a level 3 3/4 screw on each side of 3 3/4. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now off camera, show you guys the result after. Okay, it started raining again, but I got the screws done for the mounting part for our landscape timer. So all I have to do now is hang this timer on here, and it should be fine because all the weight will be pulling straight down and not towards us. Then this guy over here gets screwed to the bulkhead. That should be fine too, and that will keep the whole thing steady. Now all we have to do is go install it, and hopefully our wire here is long enough to reach to the next light, which I think it is. That would be sweet. So I borked that up really good, and the only way, I mean, this will work still. It's going to be more flimsy. I may need to get some L brackets for the back. So I've been suffering for long enough without a drill. That's on my list for this week. Okay, here we have our finished mount. It's not ideal. It may be changed in the future, but what this does here is allows us to increase the voltage because the voltage drop was so high over the long run of wire that the lights were very dim on this side of the yard. So this adds another 200 watts. It is connected to Wi-Fi. I haven't tested it with the phone. I'm going to do that next. But yeah, got all the wiring tied back in together. All I'm doing now is cleaning up and testing. I hope you guys enjoyed this. All right, guys, I didn't want to end the video without actually showing you guys some shots of the lights in action. I was going to wait till completely dark, but I decided the sunset looked really cool, and I have these lights off under here on purpose, but I wanted to show you guys now with adequate power what this system can do. So as we see here, we've got this palm tree lit here. That light probably needs to be de-rusted. It has a few bits of rust on the lens from the watering of the yard, and it gets caked on there and you have to de-rust it every once in a while. We have a yard light right there next to the tree. We have 2 spotlights, one on each palm tree here, looking beautiful. On the dock here, we have the neon rope light, which looks like part of it is failing. We'll have to get a new one of those. But notice on the bulkhead here, we have the lanterns that hang over the water. On the bulkhead, we also have spotlights pointing down into the water. See that last one there? We have one right there pointing down into the pond. And then we have another one down there. Over here, these 2 trees are lit up by spotlights. There's one there. There's one there. I had to repair the wiring on both of them. It was oxidized. We have a spotlight lighting up this beautiful tree here. Awesome looking tree. Of course, the fence lights are AC voltage. They're not tied to this system. We have a light here in the fish pond, lighting up the pond. And we have one more light here in the Zen Eye garden. So that is our lighting upgrade once we added the second power supply over there. It instantly picked up, I'd say, double the lumens that it had before. It just, the issue being the runs for wiring are way too long, and the wiring is not large enough to handle that long of a run and not drop. There's too much resistance on the wire. So adding a second timer over there in the corner, which I'll show you now, has really picked up the brightness back here. You know, we probably have a total of what, 30 lights back here. But there is the timer all finished up. I just need to get some mulch and cover that all up in the corner there, but it still looks okay and also serves to keep people from coming around the corner. And you can see the LED rope light around the dock. It looks like part of it has failed in the front as well. Looks like the front is, yeah, the front is out completely, so that's gonna have to be replaced. Yep. It happens. Those things are on 24 hours a day, sometimes. Not anymore. I turned that down. Moon looking beautiful. The sunset out here in 4K. And there is the yard from the back. Almost warrants a nice picture from back here for the thumbnail. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have any questions about landscape lighting, make sure you hit me up in the comment section, and I will see you guys soon. Welcome back to the channel. Supercar Street Racing here. People going buying golf carts, but today we have the Depot EPAL 24 outlet surge protector plus 6 USB charger to help us with our charging station issues. How many things does this have? A million on Supercar Street Racing. Guys, today we got the Depot 24 outlet. Look at this. 24 outlets goodness on this Depot surge protector and 6 USB as well. And so I'm thinking a lot of this for our charging station will solve issues. But let's take a look at what this looks like inside of the box as we open the cardboard condom on this device right here. And first thing we see inside of the box is a nice plastic goodness. All right, I think we can just literally dump this guy out. I didn't even get the table cleaned in time. And break the glass table. Inside we have the DPAL 24 outlet surge protector with the super long cord, which we don't even need that long of a cord. We need a 6-inch cord, but we have a 24,000 inch cord. And inside of this nice protective wrapper, we see the DPAL can actually power an aircraft carrier at this point with all of its goodness. There's all the plugs, 24 plugs, and a stout, thick cord, and 3 lights. Right here, right now, red, green, and yellow. I think it says fault, grounded, and protected. And then we have the 2 USB-C ports and the 4 regular USB, so that will actually allow us to eliminate a lot of those little charging thingies, and we will put this in the closet here in a moment. And it came with this amazing set of screws so that you can mount it, and this guy is a template for the screws, which nobody gives you a template. And what that does is right here, right now, allow you to put this guy, right, if I could grab it right here. And then you can put your screws in. And then also it does this one too, right here, right now. So you can go this way, and it has a template for your screws, like that. All right, so we have the template right here. And that actually allows you to put screws in something and slide the DPAL 24 outlet surge protector right into the screws to make it secure. And it goes this way if you want to use the up and down screws, like this. Just like that, guys. So probably what we'll do next is go install this thing and see what that looks like on the charging station. The current situation in the closet is not a good one. We have all this stuff crowded on this super old power strip, but there is a solution for this. What we do is get rid of this right now, take out these clamps, remove this power strip, and move everything to the DPAL, which has so much more room. So let's get this thing out of here right now. right, now we have the DPAL surge protector nice and mounted to the table, even though it is crooked-ish. Just because the screws are a little loose, we are going to, right here, right now, start putting stuff back on the table and get everything plugged in. Guys, we plugged everything into our new DPAL power strip, and we still have all of this room left for anything we want. We have like 2 of the actual power outlets consumed, some of the USB Type B, and none of the USB Type C. So we have room to grow here, and we do have a couple of more things we're going to have to charge, so that is perfect. And that is where we are right now with our DPAL, and we will keep adding stuff to this. Guys, we have completely finished this project here to overhaul our beautiful charging table. And as you can see right here, we now have our power strip, which has an amazing amount of outlets on it. And we also have the USB charging ports right there occupied. And we still have plenty of space to add more devices to our charging table. So there will be a link in the description for this guy right here, but already I can tell you the DPAL power outlet strip with USB is pretty awesome. I mean, look at that. Look how many actual devices you can plug in. And what I did was arrange on the table all my devices, and we do have my Amazon Fire tablet there. We've got my old Samsung Note there, which I hardly ever use anymore. We have the capability to charge our GoPro, but I am charging the batteries. We have our USB portable power bank charging right here. We've got our A7 Lite tablet that goes on the golf cart, charging there. Our Bluetooth headphones there, which uses the old school style USB plug. And then we've got our triple GoPro charger sitting there, and you can see 3 lights on that, and it is charged up completely. Then behind that, we do have that plugged into the wall, and the cable managed a little bit. I really didn't do much except kind of put it back there. And then down here we have other accessories for charging and cabling and all that, looking so nice underneath the table. Now let's take a look at this online and a few other options you might have for a power strip. Hey everybody, and we're back in the beautiful Supercar Street Racing 4K production studio here to take a look at some options for a power strip. And what we are looking at first right here, right now, is this first one that I bought for the living room. So this one is $18.99. We can see right here, I purchased it on March the 19th. And it does have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 regular. We can go ahead and zoom in on here. 10 regular, what do you call them, outlets, and then it has USB Type-C and 3 USB Type-A. This one is $18.99. It has 4.7 stars. And as we look down here, it's compatible with just about everything it says. And I have been using this behind the TV and it works just great. No problems whatsoever. And it kind of tells you like the power levels and stuff that it can support here, because there's a limited amount of power available on the USB ports. So it says that it supports the 20 watt USB fast charging over USB Type-C, so that's actually good. Now if we go back and we just do power strip, with USB, here are a couple of more options for you. We've got this one here that has 3 USBs on the side, and then it's kind of a square thing, rectangular thing. We've got this one that I bought. We've got a few more here that look just like kind of like little small squares. And then we've got the big daddies down here that have the tons of different regular outlets and also some USB connectors. Now let's take a look at the one that I ordered for the project that we're doing right now that we just completed. So this is the one